Hey guys, it's Mike Chimp. Just want to give a big thank you and shout out to the sponsor of this video, AG1. If you don't know, AG1 is a science-driven formulation of 75 vitamins, minerals, probiotics, whole food source nutrients that aids your brain, it aids your gut, which I desperately need, and your immune system overall. It basically covers your nutritional basis. And every morning before my morning workout or run, I take a scoop or travel pack of AG1, add 8 to 10 ounces of water, shake it up in the travel bottle, and drink. It's just such a convenient way to stay healthy. AG1 has prebiotics, probiotics, plant-based enzymes to help support digestion and my overall gut health. Since I've been taking it, I have more energy, I feel better, and also I don't love eating fruit. So it's really good that each scoop or travel pack contains my daily dose of vitamin C, zinc, functional mushrooms, and more to support my overall immune health. Like I always say, a habit is easy to keep when you actually feel it working, when you see the results. And that's why I was able to start my day with a scoop or a travel pack of AG1 every single day. I got it from my parents. They tried it, they love it. I recommend it to my friends all the time. So if you want to give it a try, go to my link down below. You'll get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first order. Hey guys, Mike Chimp here in Austin, Texas. I love Texas barbecue. It's one of my favorite things in the world. That's why today is gonna be such an amazing barbecue food day, because right now I'm heading to a food truck that doesn't just make Texas barbecue, they make Egyptian Texas barbecue. And then later today, going to a place that makes Japanese Texas barbecue. Check these places out.
Fire right here. We use oak wood. Oak wood is it's one of Texas blessings. These are lamb bacon ribs, really nice and fatty, of that belly fat. Over here we got our pomegranate pork ribs. As you can see, they are dry rubbed right now with coriander and fenugreek and oregano. And this is what they're gonna look like after they're glazed in our pomegranate barbecue sauce.
This is one of the most glorious spreads of barbecue I have ever encountered. It doesn't just smell good, it's absolutely beautiful. So Chef Kareem came to Texas from Egypt to learn about Texas barbecue, fell in love with Austin. The rest is delicious history. And all the classic barbecue items incorporates a ton of Mediterranean, Egyptian spices, ingredients. For example, this is one of the most popular food items here. It's a classic Texas brisket sitting on top of yellow rice, covered in tahini sauce and traditional Egyptian salad. Then on top of that, spiced nuts and dry fruits and pomegranate seeds. Here we have a traditional Egyptian salad, potato salad with beet to give it some pinkish color, cardamom pistachio rice pudding, which is an Egyptian sesame candy on top, and pistachios. These are pomegranate and za'atar glazed pork ribs. Za'atar is a very, very common spice found in Egypt. There's no salt on it, so it just adds a ton of fragrance and herby flavor. Pomegranate seed on top of that as well. Pork sausage made in-house with feta cheese, green olives, and potatoes, and tomatoes. Fatty, juicy, and I mean juicy kofta, seasoned with mint and nutmeg. Lamb chops with mint chimichurri with pistachios on top of that. It's just everything you could ever want in a tray of barbecue is here. And of course, Austin is the home of Texas fusion barbecue, and I never had anything like this before. Let's start with the brisket. The toasted nuts, dried fruits, traditional Egyptian salad, and of course, the juicy brisket smoked for 12 hours till it's perfectly buttery and melty and glistening. When you cut it open, a waterfall of beef juice just falls out. All that on top of beautiful looking yellow rice. I love this so much. This is one of the greatest ways to eat beef brisket. This is more than a flavor bomb. This is a flavor nuke. First of all, that brisket is perfect. I mean, you saw that beefy waterfall. It's as tender, as gelatinousy, as fatty, as juicy as you would imagine. And to balance out the fattiness, you got that gorgeous traditional Egyptian salad with the sweet tomatoes and the refreshingly juicy cucumbers. On top of that, tahini sauce. Tahini is one of my most favorite things in the world. Hovering this, giving it such a creamy, elegant sesame taste. Then on top of that, you get some sweetness from the dried fruits and a crunch from the nuts, and then a delicious sweet pop from the pomegranate seeds on top. This is not just brisket. This is brisket elevated. I kid you not. This is one of the greatest ways to eat Texas brisket. And the rice brings even more fragrance and flavor. This is a 1,000,000,000 out of 10 recommend. Gotta come and try this. Holy moly, this is so good. Look at that juice just leaking from the lamb. All that nice fat coursing through, all the beautiful spices on the outside. Put a little bit of the mint chimichurri on here. Not only is it juicy, not only is it melting your mouth tender, the spices on the outside definitely brings that heat. Little fatty crunch from the nuts as well. I can't say enough good things about this. Dunk it into the pomegranate barbecue sauce. Oh my gosh, that barbecue sauce is good. I never tasted anything like this before. This is just mind-blowingly good. It's kafta. And the kafta is made with a lot of fat. So juicy, tons of spices. I mean, this thing also just breaks apart in your mouth. Dunk in a little tahini sauce. It's basically some of the most delicious Texas barbecue you can find anywhere. It makes with some of my favorite spices and sauces and ingredients in the world. This is their own homemade sausage. And look at this, solid chunks of olives and tomatoes. There's enough juice in the sausage to fill the Nile. You also taste that wonderful olive flavor. I think there's some celery in here as well. Eat it with some of the mint chutney. If you need to, cleanse your palate with some of that traditional salad. Can't wait to try this. Pork ribs with za'atar seasoning. Fall off the bone, tender ribs. The za'atar seasoning adds such a great fragrance, just a really fantastic herby taste. Finally, the rice pudding. This meal bout brought me to tears. Chef Kareem really took the classics and added the perfect complement of ingredients and herbs and spices, and it has 100% elevated everything. This is a must try here in Austin. I'm gonna give this a highly, are you freaking kidding me if you're not here? Recommend, especially that brisket bowl. Out of this world. After an Egyptian Texas barbecue, I am here at a Japanese Texas barbecue called Kemuri. And this place is izakaya, so you get a lot of different small bites. I'm getting something big though. I got some smoked ribs, which are made with Berkshire pork. There's a carrot ginger glaze, yuzu crema, and garlic furikake. This is a glistening, juicy rib. Just sitting on the plate, juice is just water falling down the bones, and a lot of seasoning sauce, some herbs on top. Oh. Absolutely delicious rib. Meat fall off the bone soft. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Clean off the bone. Besides being so tender and juicy, this is freaking delicious. Every bite, you get a ton of that smoky flavor. You get a little bit of sweetness from the carrots. A bit of yuzu to kind of balance out the fattiness of the ribs. And this whole thing is so garlicky. Next up, I got some smoked eggplant. Call this the hippie bone marrow. It's kind of shaped like a bone marrow. I love eggplants. I love roasted eggplants. I'll put a recipe of my oven roasted eggplant down below for you guys. It's one of my favorite ways to eat eggplants. Smoked, barbecued, roasted. I mean, it's not bone marrow, Very smoky and delicious. And this is the reason why I'm here. A 2.5-pound barbecue tuna collar. I've had tuna collars in my day. I don't think I've ever had something this ginormous before. And this thing is cooked Texas barbecue style, covered in peppers and smoked to absolute perfection. Served with some wasabi, pickled cauliflower, grated radish. There's some guacamole, some nori, some pickles, jalapenos, some miso barbecue sauce, and sunsho chili sauce. Take a piece of this and try it out on its own before I add anything to it. The skin is beautifully smoked. The outer layer is very jerky-ish, but the inside, look at this. Look how juicy the tuna meat is. Oh my God. That's so tender inside. Still retaining all that delicious smoke. Adding some lime provides a nice bit of citrus, which goes very well with a fatty tuna collar. And what I love about tuna collars, there's a lot of meat, there's also a lot of fat. And when you want to just take a break from the tuna, bite a grated radish. So interesting because they give you a lot of dipping sauce options. Miso barbecue sauce. Really smoky sauce with a nice earthy umami miso kick. We can also take the nori, add some rice to it, guacamole, just gonna add a pickle in here, and a jalapeno, some of that juicy, tender collar meat, a little bit of skin too, wasabi on top, some sunsho pepper, and a little koji hot sauce. Wrap that up. I mean, that tuna collar is delicious on its own. With all the ingredients combined together, you got the nice umami crunch from the nori. Rice is delicious and fragrant. The pepper just adds an additional tinkly kick, and the guacamole adds that nice, smooth, creamy, calming factor to balance out the heat. This is a seafood barbecue experience. Digging into the little nooks in the tuna collar, look at all that delicious smoked meat that's just oozing with juice. You can see the smoke ring in the tuna collar. There's so much good stuff to dig out of these crevices. This is such an interesting item to cook these barbecue style, and it really delivers. Finally, had to try their brisket. It's made with a pecan sesame rub, and of course, I asked for the fattiest part they can give me. And the dipping sauce is a serrano limon miso sauce. Wow, pulls apart as easily as can be. Yeah, that's a very, very smoky brisket. And the sauce is perfect. Miso, delicious anywhere. And a lot of citrus in here to bring the balance. I love classic Texas barbecue, but what they're doing here in Austin with all this fusion stuff, it's just so much fun. And it absolutely delivers when it comes to flavor. All right, I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna go for some dandan noodles, but fusion dandan noodles. Fusion dining experience continues. I am at a Peach Tortilla. This place is Southern comfort mixed with Asian cooking. First dish I'm gonna try, dandan noodles. And this thing, at the first glance, tons of minced meat, scallions, peanuts, sprouts. I love these dandan noodles. There's a lot of different variations when it comes to dandan noodles. This version, I think, is one of my favorites. It's super peanutty, so a ton of peanut sauce on here. Also, a ton of heat, like a lot of heat. Also, extremely meaty, very flavorful. I love things with a ton of aggressive seasoning and flavor. This has all that. As spicy as it is, I'm gonna go ahead and add more chili oil. There's some added peanuts in the hot oil. That goes perfect with this. Also, the added heat. This is a really good bowl of dandan noodles. Next dish. This is really interesting. This is called the Southern Fun. Like Southern cooking meets chow fun. Some basil, cilantro on top. There is Texas brisket in here, along with the noodles. Sprouts, some kale. It's such an interesting take on stir-fried noodles. I feel like Austin has really just embraced this whole fusion concept. Love the fresh basils, love the chewy noodles. Brisket is awesome in this. Again, just like the dandan noodles, it's meaty, it's got some aggressive flavoring, the texture is perfect. The brisket goes so well with these noodles. This is the Jam Burger. Toasted buns, 6-ounce patty, grilled egg on inside, fried onion, Chinese barbecue sauce. Perfectly cooked burger patty, and that thing looks juicy. Gooey waterfall, golden eggs, crunchy onions. There's a layer of tomato, jam, pepper jack cheese. Of course, Chinese barbecue sauce on the top. This thing is just a juicy mess of a burger. I love the spicy. Fries are so good too. Burger patty melts in your mouth. This thing has a nice bit of char. Jam brings a little sweetness. Got some nice crunch from the onions and a little bit of heat from the jack cheese. A little chili oil. Drop it on the burger. That is as solid as a burger can be. Everything about it, from the patty to the bun to the Asian-inspired ingredients, that's a masterful burger. Today has been a complete Texas culinary experience. Fusion food, when it's done right, it's amazing. From the Egyptian Texas BBQ to the Japanese Texas BBQ to Southern cooking meets Chinese cooking, especially the dandan noodle and the chow fun, mind-blowing. All the places today, high, mind-blowing recommend. Haven't really spent much time in Austin. This is really turning into a fantastic food city. And of course, as always, all places I went to, listen down below for you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.